Hey, we're here at PAX West, and we're here to talk about War of the Western Deep. I'm here with Alex Kain, the game director and founder of the game. Do you want to tell us a bit about the game and what players can expect from it?
Yeah, so War of the Western Deep is an all-ages, hand-animated adventure game with a little bit of combat, very much inspired by classical animation. Don Bluth in the late 70s and early 80s, we really wanted to bring that vibe into games. All of our character animations done by a group called Knights of the Light Table. Absolutely phenomenal animation team. We really wanted to evoke that kind of vibe of just, a bunch of animators in a garage making a really cool thing, and that's basically what we are, so it works out okay.
Yeah, it definitely does, and it comes across in the game. So this is obviously based on a webcomic, Beyond the Western Deep, which you're also a writer on. Tell me a bit more about how this adapts that comic. Is it based on that story? Is it set in the same world? Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a parallel story to the comic world. We wanted to make sure that players didn't have to read a bunch of homework to play through the game, but fans of the comic will also be able to see a lot of the same proper, character names, and the factions are all the same, the kingdoms are the same. You get to see a part of the world that you haven't seen before in the comics. But the two stories sort of run concurrently. So players will be able to sort of experience the comic story from a brand new perspective.
Obviously, again, based off the comic, a gorgeous art style that is definitely inspired from the comic. How did that inform kind of the gameplay that you're hoping to strive for with this game?
So yeah, we wanted to lean into the limitations of 2D animation, particularly that classic, 2D hand-drawn animation style. I think a lot of developers would try to make that animation fit into a particularly twitchy or fast-paced kind of game, but we wanted to lean into the more deliberate and bespoke nature of the craft, and so we wanted to lean into the adventure gameplay and a combat system that is a little bit more slow, it's a little bit more deliberate, it's a little bit more about pattern recognition. And so yeah, very similar to like a Souls game. You're watching for enemy tells, and it's very telegraphed. But we think that also leans into the animation. Like, you are looking at the animation more so than anything else, and that's really key to us.
Obviously, there's going to be a big fan base who's going to want to see how this game translates to a game. What are you kind of hoping for those fans to get from the game versus new players who don't have experience with the comic? What are you expecting from those, or wanting those two kind of sides of gamers to take away from this game?
I think that just being able to be in this world and explore it and see these characters and to hear their voices, I think that's going to be really, really key. I think a lot of comic fans will appreciate that. Hearing some of the names that they've never heard pronounced will probably be a bit of a shock for people, but I think more than anything, a lot of people have come to us asking for an opportunity to explore this world in new ways, and this is the way that we are doing it right now. We want to really dig into this particular part of the world and this particular character, and we think that players are really going to like our protagonist Mirren, who's very similar in origins to Quinlan, the character from the comic, but has a whole new vibe. Is performed wonderfully by Samantha Bayart, who performed for Karlach in Baldur's Gate 3. Absolutely wonderful performer who brings a lot of gravitas and love and life to the role. So we're excited to share that with everyone.
Yeah, the personality, just from that small snippet of gameplay, it definitely came through from Mirren's character, so I just love that about it. Release, are you aiming for a specific window, specific platforms? What's the kind of goal there at the moment, or is that still far off in the future at the moment?
So it's far off, but not far off enough where we can't give you a date, so we're saying late 2027 is probably far enough out where we can find some wiggle room in there. We're funded through core development, so we're excited about that. But we're obviously still, looking for people who are interested in helping us bring this game out. Maybe even quicker than that. So we'll see how it all goes.